My speech isn't nearly as eloquent. Hello, everybody. First off, on behalf of myself, my family, the Benjamins family, I want to thank everybody in this room from the bottom of our hearts for spending this most joyous occasion with us. You are all here because you hold a special place in the hearts of the Biancos and the Benjamins. And that concludes the serious portion of my speech. When Peter asked me to be his best man, I was both honored and humbled as I was printing the invoice for my services. Pete, you can make the check payable to the management. But in all seriousness, when I was thinking about what to talk about today, I thought about my brother Peter and what type of man it takes to bring together so many amazing dear friends and relatives from the culmination of years of friendship and love. I thought to create such an occasion like today, it takes a man of great honor, a man of moral fortitude, a man that knows no boundaries when it comes to relationships, a hard-working man, a man that is looked up to by many, a man of integrity, truthfulness, honesty, and loyalty, a great guy, not to mention handsome, charismatic, funny, rock solid, and generally someone you would invite to be in your presence. But seriously, everyone, enough about me. We're here to celebrate the holy matrimony of my brother Peter and my new beautiful sister Krista. Despite my intended comedy, these characteristics actually do describe my brother Peter, maybe with the exception of rock solid. More of my department. As my Uncle Richard said during his first sit-down negotiation with Mr. Benjamin, we're giving you Peter, and he's one of our best. So what are you offering? When I was writing my speech, I chose to concentrate on memories and experiences we've had over the years with Peter and my family, and many of our friends, because of two primary reasons. The first reason being, I believe that life experiences with your family and those you hold dear really are the foundation of a person's character. The second reason being, and as many of you are already aware, there are a few in my family that are fit for a straitjacket. Joe B. and Uncle Anthony especially come to mind, so it makes for more good content. One of the first memories that comes to mind when we were all much younger, when our family went on a European cruise together. We saw many amazing sights, and it was a great bonding experience for the cousins. I remember the joke of the trip, for some reason, was roaming around the ship and pretending to always be looking for my cousin Anthony.
Anthony! What is you doing, Anthony? Where's you going, Anthony?
Most of the ship thought we were either being served as minors or just plain crazy. Again, when we were very young, there were the fishing excursions out of Staten Island with my Uncle Anthony and the cousins and brothers on the SS Esperanza. I remember we caught so many flounder and bluefish on one particular trip. My Uncle Anthony was so proud and amazed. When he got back to the docks, he was bragging to all his fishing buddies. These are my nephews, Joseph, Christopher, and Peter. All day we were reeling them in, all day. Must have caught about 100 pounds of fluke alone. Forget about it. I don't know where Uncle Anthony is. Here, go over here. If you have a chance, sit down with him. Tell you some stories. The funniest guy I know is my godfather. Love him to death. Right here. Then there was watching all the Little League baseball games Peter played in, most with his very good friend Timmy Nuns. It felt like every year they were going to the championships. They even represented the United States and the USA team together for a few years. Martha's Vineyard with the Nunziatas and the Newmans, listening to Peter and Tim do their flawless rendition of Les Miserables. Down the shore with Claire and Larry, every year, either myself or one of my brothers would get bit by a crab. I remember those bites stinging like hell. Holiday meals with the family. Dinner at our grandmother's house on Allerton Avenue with my Aunt Ginny, Laura, and Michael. Christmas Eve and Thanksgiving on my father's side. My mother, along with my two wonderful aunts, Aunt Joanne and Aunt Peggy would prepare these unbelievable meals that could feed an army. My father and my uncles would sit back and talk about how lucky their wives are to have married the handsome men of the Bianco family. Yeah, right. 3 Adonises. But Kristen, fortunately for you, Fabio, Lance, and Hansel are a one-generation anomaly. So I wouldn't worry about Peter getting into this mindset. And then there are the memories where you sort of cringe a little bit when you think about them. Ryan and Kevin Newman might appreciate this one. I'm referring to the train show and pool cover removal time. At train show cleanup, the Newman brothers would just yes my dad to death, while Peter, Joseph, and I took the brunt of Joe B's tour de force cleanup instructions.
Peter, we gotta break down these 287 tables. See if you can grab Ryan Newman and get started while I walk around yelling at Christopher and Joseph.
Joseph, always the smart one, would just chill in the back room pretending to be working on the audio system, while Peter and I were mopping up pools of garbage and spilled coffee on the gymnasium floor. I remember this day, that disgusting train show stench. Removing and washing the pool cover was always another treat as well.
Peter, Christopher, hold it taut, hold it taut.
Joseph in the shed to be testing the pH balance of the water sample.
Seal, you shouldn't do this. Christopher, help your mother.
Meanwhile, I'm moving boulders with one hand, have the pool cover in the other hand.
Don't let the cover slide in the water, Peter. We won't be able to swim for months. Christopher, what are you doing over there? Help Joseph with the DE.
That, DE, what does that even mean, DE?
The diatomaceous earth. Go ahead, help him.
Diatomaceous earth is a cool chemical, and that level of stuff. More recent memory, the bachelor party. It was great to spend some time and hang out with Peter's friends. And for those of you that didn't hear, we had a sit down at Morton's on Saturday night before we went out. I brought a special friend, my friend Vito Corleone, to tell you about the bachelor party.
Where's the sit down meeting? From New York, New Jersey. From Ramsey, we had with us Jimmy Benjamino. From the Meadowlands, Joe Bianco. Christopher Vegas Sanosi, Boston. Michael Giordani, Manhattan. Joe Celia, Union City Filament. Timmy Nunziata, Hoboken. Carmine Corleone from the Bronx. And all the other associates that came as far as California and Kansas City. And all the other territories of the country. Thank you.
I knew if I didn't work a little Vito Corleone into my speech, Mr. Benjamin wouldn't be happy. So that one was for you, Jimmy Benjamino. If you don't know, since the trip, Mr. Benjamin is now referred to as Jimmy the Gent. But seriously, we had a great time the entire weekend. And what really impressed me most about the weekend was how tight this group of guys was. It was testament of how good a friend my brother can be to so many different people, and how he's able to keep and hold friendships throughout his life. Maybe the most important memory that comes to mind is how happy my brother was after we met Kristen some 12 years ago. I remember distinctly sitting